muscle growth. This is something very special. We need muscle. I don't have muscle because I have insulin resistance. How we can build up muscle? The number one thing is amino acid. There are 22 amino acids that are usually used in our body, but there are 9 essential amino acids. These are essential. Without 9 essential amino acids, we cannot turn protein into muscle growth. As I have insulin resistance, as I'm a diabetic, what happens when I have protein, egg white full of protein, red meat full of protein, chicken full of protein. Even when I'm having protein, what happens? The body, with the help of 9 amino acids, try to build up my muscle. But the problem is, because of my insulin resistance, as I'm diabetic, one of the essential elements, essential amino acids, cannot work. The file is missing. When you have a software in the computer, sometimes it says that the software isn't working. Some video is not playable. Why? Because some file is missing. The same thing is here. All 9 essential amino acids are trying to turn my protein into muscle growth. But the problem is one essential amino acid is missing. That's why when they fail to turn into muscle growth, protein turns into sugar, carbohydrate. I'm not having carbohydrate, but still my body is full of carbohydrate, sugar. Why? It's because I have insulin resistance. So the main thing is insulin resistance. If you have a lot of food for a long period of time, little by little we have insulin resistance. For a long period of time, you have to eat food without this sugar or carbohydrate. If I do it, then one day insulin resistance will come under the normal range. If you test HOMA-IR, it will measure how much you have insulin resistance. If it is between 0.5 to 1.5, you are normal. If it is 1.5 to up to 3, like that, maybe a little bit possible to have muscle growth. But if it is more than 3 like that, you cannot grow the muscle. So I'm having a series of very nice food, but still I cannot ensure my muscle growth. I can't build up my muscle. And muscle is essential for normal metabolism. Even when you have a lot of food, lot of carbohydrate, still the muscle helps metabolize the sugar better. It doesn't doesn't let sugar spike in your blood because you have very good muscle. So when you are skinny, still you may have swollen belly. What happens is because of insulin resistance. You do not have a lot of carbohydrates, still the protein turns into carbohydrate, sugar. Serious problems, all because of insulin resistance. So to keep fit, insulin resistance should come under its normal range from 0.5 to 1.5, and this is a terrible problem. There are many people who have a lot of fat, swollen belly, obesity, full of some obese people you'll see. It's because of insulin resistance. They overgrow their fat. The fat deposits in the belly, and when it overflows, Wordsworth says, powerful feelings when they overflow, then you can write poetry, poem. The same way, when you have a lot of fat in your belly, it overflows and you get a lot of muscle in your face, in your hands, in your legs, in your buttocks, but actually they are not muscle, they are fat. So serious problem. As you have a lot of fluffy face, fluffy hands and feet, you look good, great, but what happens? They are not healthy. So my students, I found that they are growing up. When they were studying at Northern University, they did not look as handsome or beautiful as they do now, because in course of time they become fatty, they become obese, they have a lot of fat, they make their faces fluffy, they have swollen belly, feet, legs, and they look much more beautiful. Even I talk about Shabnur, she is so beautiful and she looks even more beautiful now because she is now obese. When you get obese, you have a lot of fat under the skin, everything looks fit, beautiful, but all of a sudden there may be an accident, some death or some collapse, something happens terrible. It's all because of fat. So fat is a serious problem, but you have to have a lot of fat. If you have fat, it will not raise insulin resistance, it will not bring insulin, it will not trigger insulin. It's the best food. Fat is the best food in keto diet. And protein you have to have moderate, you don't need it much. Some protein is necessary. Egg whites very helpful. Chicken, red meat if it is properly, pasteurized. If a cow is pasteurized, then the meat is healthy. Red meat is healthy. As we do not have cattle pasteurized, they are, inside a circle room or things like that, because of an unhealthy environment, the problem doesn't solve. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.